A New Hope police officer says he is lucky to be alive after his squad car was hit by a driver. Officials say the accident could have been avoided if the motorist had just paid attention. Here's reporter Sonia Goins.
It still gets me every time seeing that and just kind of watching from another perspective.
Officer Tony Gust with the New Hope Police Department is sharing his story about being hit by a distracted driver.
Really is a shock just to kind of relive and see that moment. I really did not know the full severity of it until watching that, just how bad it could have been.
On August 6th, Gust and his partner were stopped at the intersection of 42nd and Boone Avenue. When the light changed, Gust proceeded and his partner followed. But just as Gust crossed into the road, this happened.
She was already immediately upon my vehicle to the point where there was no time to even react or turn or go another direction.
Gust's partner captured the crash on his dash camera. The impact caused the police car to spin 180 degrees before the squad hit a third vehicle.
I saw just the view of her car and the crushed front end and how severe that looked, and I just immediately feared the worst.
Gus immediately got out of his car to check on the driver who hit him. Now, the driver wasn't on her cell phone, but her actions behind the wheel still had serious consequences. Officials say she took her eyes off the road just for a minute to reach for a water bottle when the accident occurred. Accidents like these are all too common in Minnesota. According to the Department of Public Safety, there were more than 2,300 crashes in the last 5 years that involved squad cars, 6 which were fatal.
You name it, people do it behind the wheel. And so it comes down to paying attention. And if you do need to take a drink, okay, just make sure you do it in a way that is safe.
Remarkably, in this latest case, no one was seriously hurt.
The fact that the other driver and I both walked away without injuries, we were both very, very fortunate.
In New Hope, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
The driver who hit the squad was cited with a misdemeanor for failing to stop at a red light. 2 weeks later, there was another distracted driver-related crash, this time involving injuries at that same intersection.